Yo, what's up guys? BeatsbyHcien here. In case this is your first time, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to find your sound as a music producer. And yeah, starting up as a music producer, we get so confused. We don't really know what we sound like. Today we will sound like this, tomorrow we will sound like this, next tomorrow we will sound like this. And sometimes we put ourselves in a box. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys 5 different things to do along the line that would help you discover your sound as a music producer. And without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video. So the first thing you want to do is just to explore before you lock in. So you don't want to box yourself in too early when you start making beats. You want to, make Afrobeat, make trap beats, make different genres first of all, because one thing I always tell music producers is good to have a sound, but at the same time you want to be versatile in case of any artist that want to work with you. And one importance of actually having your own sound is like when anybody want to make that particular sound, they can just think of him and just be like, oh yeah, this guy is gonna make it for me. Like if you want to make an Afro piano in Nigeria currently, you know who to go for. If you want to make a nice chill Afro beat like that. So you want to make sure you don't box yourself in first when you're just starting up making beats. You want to make sure that you're doing different genre, and along the line, you're going to now start to figure out which one you like, which one comes natural to you without stressing. You don't want to pick a sound that when you're trying to make beats or trying to create, you get so frustrated and you don't want to get consumed by the noise out there that this is a particular genre that's trendy. That's one mistake people do as well. You have to have it in mind that every listener or every artist have listeners. Everybody have who they go to, everybody have the music they listen to at a particular point in time. So you want to also make sure you're not really bothering too much about what's out there, and you focus more on growing, focus more on what you feel like. Okay, I feel this sound, I'm starting to enjoy it more. So that's why you want to lock in first, create different genre, and figure out which one inspires you or makes you want to create the more. So the next thing you want to do is to pick a sound palette. This is one secret way or one simple way you will start creating your own sound as a music producer. What do I mean by building your own sound palette? You want to start knowing, okay, the particular sounds that you enjoy using. Maybe you use a particular preset from any plugin, and you notice you always like those soft preset or hard preset, depends on what you like. You want to make sure you are liking and favoriting them, so that next time when you're creating more sounds, you don't have to scatter around and start looking for sound. You just go in and picking those sounds that you are used to. Trust me, doing this, you're already creating a sound for yourself, but you just don't know it, because when you start favoriting some sounds that you use, favoriting some drums, some kicks, some snare, at the end of the day you start to realize that, oh, I'm already having myself. When people listen to your beat, they be like, oh, they know the particular sound. You want to also reuse some of the sounds you're using, tweak them to sound uniquely, and over time, the more you keep favoriting all of these, definitely you start creating your own catalog of sound that's going to define who you are. And as much as you're doing this, you have to know that it comes over time. So you want to be patient. Don't just rush the process. Be patient and know yourself better. Know what you are tuned to. Know what your ears like. Know what your emotion feels whenever you're making beats. So you want to make sure you're creating your own sound catalog, as that's another huge way that you can start having and knowing more about your sound. So another thing you want to do is to pick like a mentor, a role model, maybe 3 or 5 of them or 2 or 3 of them. Don't just pick random people. You want to pick people that when you hear their work, you feel so like you love their works. Do you understand? So these are the people you want to pick, and you want to keep studying them, studying their swing. You want this to come natural. So you don't want today you're picking piano people, tomorrow you're picking Afrobeat people, next tomorrow no. You want to make sure you tell yourself the truth, and you want to know the people you feel more the producers you listen to more, the producers that you like what they sound like. That's going to influence your sounds. That's the reason why you need to have a role model, and also, we're making their beats, like I always advocate. It's another good way to learn what they are doing that's going to also impact you as a music producer. So yeah, the third thing you want to do is to pick influences, and listening to what they are doing. And if you like what they do, you're going to know. And from there, you will start understanding what you love. Is it the swing? Is it the melody? Is it the drums? And you're going to be better with one and over another as time goes on. So they are pick an influence, and it is very important in your journey of getting and knowing your sound as a music producer. So another thing you want to also do is you want to add a signature element. This is what's going to make people know what you are all about as a music producer. So to some people, some producers, you cannot hear their beats or production without having to hear a guitar. To some people, their drums stand out. To some people, their melodies, their chord progressions stand out. And for me personally, you can never hear like 9 or 8 out of 10 times when you're listening to a BeatsbyHcien beat, you're always going to get this vocal sample one way or the other, because that is my sound. That is what I love about my own kind of sound. So you want to create something unique about yourself as a music producer. It could be a vocal chop, it could be nice melodies, it could be your drums hit hard. As time goes, you want to also know that this is going to now keep on developing. So this is one thing you also want to do as a music producer, making sure you try to start adding your signature footprints, as this will also help you, to generate your sound and make people know more about your sound as time goes on. Another thing is you want to make sure you don't overthink it. You just want to let it flow, because you're trying to get your sound, not force your sound, So you want to make sure you let it flow within you. Don't get frustrated. And over time, you will just start to understand yourself better when it comes to knowing your sound. The final thing I'm going to tell you guys when you're trying to find your sound is to create more and think less. You have to create more and think less, because the more you do, the more you know. So the more you keep creating, the more beats you're making, the more projects you're making, the more you start, observing what you like doing best. The more you start knowing your routine, the more you start knowing the sounds you're going for, the more you start knowing the kicks, the drums that you're going for. And before you know it, before you make like 50 or 60 beats, you are already getting your sound. And those four first things I told you will be coming like without you thinking. So do you understand? So you want to make sure you're creating more. Don't think too much about it, because it's the process where you're trying to understand what your sound is all about. And don't get discouraged, guys. If your sound is not the bouncy vibe, and you feel like, oh, because everybody is doing the bouncy vibe, you have to switch to the bouncy vibe. It's good to switch once in a while to be versatile, like I said. But like I said in the initial time, you have to know that every musician have listeners. Everybody go and listen to what they listen to. You just want to make sure that you perfect your craft, you perfect your sound, you make your sound so amazing. And trust me, guys, everybody will listen to you. So you want to make sure you create more, think less, and over time, the whole build up. Trust me, guys, you are going to create your own sound. Just a quick video. I just wanted to make this video. Someone requested for this, and you can drop a comment below as well if you want more videos like this. Once in a while, we have to talk to ourselves, music producers, not just beats, and also advice as well. So yeah, just a quick video just to help you guys, and I hope this video is helpful so that you can know your sound. Speaking about knowing your sound, if you're still struggling to make some nice music theory, you don't know what music theory is all about, you can click the link above and make sure to go watch my music theory course. It's free, and hopefully helps you. And tonight, catch you in the next video. Remember to always stay productive. Peace.